There is an email going around right now, in June 2026, that looks exactly like it came from the Social Security Administration. It has the SSA logo, it has official-looking formatting, and it says your Social Security statement is ready to download. But if you click that link, you could lose everything: your Social Security number, your bank account information, your identity, your money. This is not me guessing. This is not some internet rumor. The Social Security Administration itself, through its Office of Inspector General, issued an urgent public warning, and I'm going to read you exactly what they said. Michelle L. Anderson, Assistant Inspector General for Audit, said, and I quote, "We are seeing a sharp increase in fraudulent emails designed to look like official Social Security Administration communications. These messages are not from Social Security. Anyone who receives one should delete it immediately and report it. Delete it immediately." Now here's what scares me. The FBI just released its annual report, and the numbers are devastating. In 2025 alone, Americans aged 60 and older lost more than $7.7 billion to scams. That's $7.7 billion stolen from seniors in one single year. And government impersonation scams, where someone pretends to be from Social Security, the IRS, or Medicare, generated nearly $800 million in losses. The Federal Trade Commission recorded a 25% spike in these scams in 2025, with over 330,000 complaints. The scammers are getting smarter. They're using artificial intelligence to clone voices. They're sending letters on what looks like Supreme Court letterhead. They're spoofing caller ID to show your local SSA office number. And they are specifically targeting seniors. Today, I'm going to show you the 5 deadliest Social Security scams circulating right now in 2026. I'm going to share real stories of seniors who lost their life savings. And most importantly, I'm going to give you an 8-step protection plan so this never, ever happens to you or anyone you love. This video could save you thousands of dollars. Please, watch it all the way through and share it with every senior you know. Welcome to Senior Alert USA. We cover the news that protects your Social Security, your Medicare, and your financial safety. Subscribe now and turn on notifications so you never miss an alert. Let me start by telling you exactly what the Social Security Administration has officially said about these scams, because I want you to hear it from the source. On their official scam page at ssa.gov/scam, the Social Security Administration says, and I'm reading this directly, "Criminals continue to impersonate SSA and other government agencies in an attempt to obtain personal information or money. Scammers might call, email, text, write, or message you on social media claiming to be from the Social Security Administration or the Office of the Inspector General." Now here is the most important part. The SSA says they will never, and I mean never, threaten you with arrest or legal action if you don't pay money immediately. Suspend your Social Security number. Your Social Security number cannot be suspended. That's not a real thing. Claim they need payment to activate your cost of living adjustment or COLA increase. Your COLA is automatic. No one needs to activate it. Pressure you to take immediate action or share personal information over the phone. Ask you to pay with gift cards, prepaid debit cards, wire transfers, cryptocurrency, or by mailing cash. Threaten to seize your bank account. Offer to move your money to a protected bank account. There is no such thing. Demand secrecy, telling you not to tell your family or friends. Direct message you on social media. The real SSA does not send you private messages on Facebook, Instagram, or any social media platform. If anyone, and I mean anyone, contacts you and does any of those things, it is a scam, 100%. Every single time, no exceptions. Now, on April 7th, 2026, the SSA issued an additional specific warning about scam emails. They said scammers are sending emails that claim your Social Security statement is ready to download. The email contains a link or an attachment labeled as your statement or an official document. But clicking that link does not take you to ssa.gov. It takes you to a fake website designed to steal your personal information, your login, your password, your Social Security number, and potentially install malware on your computer or phone. The SSA specifically warned beneficiaries to look out for these red flags in emails. Messages claiming your Social Security statement is ready to download, embedded links or attachments labeled as statements or documents, messages that create urgency or pressure you to act immediately, and sender email addresses that do not end in .gov. If the email address ends in gmail.com, yahoo.com, outlook.com, or anything other than .gov, it is not from the Social Security Administration. Now let me walk you through the 5 specific scams that are destroying seniors financially in 2026. I want you to know each one so you can recognize it instantly. This is the one the SSA just warned about. You receive an email that looks like it came from Social Security. It has the SSA logo. The formatting matches what you'd expect from a government agency. The subject line might say something like, "Your Social Security statement is ready," or "Action required, review your benefits." Inside the email, there's a link that says, "Download your statement" or "View your benefits." But when you click it, you're taken to a fake website that looks almost identical to SSA.gov. If you enter your username and password, the scammers now have access to your My Social Security account. They can change your direct deposit information and redirect your benefits to their bank account. And here's the newer version of this scam. Some of these emails now contain attachments instead of links. If you download the attachment, it installs malware on your device that can capture every password you type from that point forward. How to protect yourself. The real SSA may send you emails in limited situations, like account notifications, but those emails will never ask you to click a link to enter personal information. They will direct you to go to SSA.gov yourself. If you get an email that looks like it's from SSA, do not click anything. Open your browser, type ssa.gov/myaccount directly, and log in there. This scam was so alarming that the SSA's Office of Inspector General issued a special warning about it in October 2025. Here's how it works. You receive a letter in the mail, actual physical mail, on what appears to be official U.S. Supreme Court letterhead. The letter is personally addressed to you by name. It claims to be signed by Chief Justice John Roberts and Associate Justice Sonia Sotomayor. It says you are under investigation in connection with legal proceedings and criminal charges. The letter claims your Social Security number has been compromised and that the Supreme Court has requested financial institutions to freeze your assets. It tells you to cooperate with the U.S. Treasury Department. Then comes the follow-up. Shortly after receiving the letter, you get a text message from what appears to be a government number saying, "This is the Social Security Administration. We're going to be calling you from this number in a few seconds." Then a phone call comes in, and the caller ID matches. According to John Haraberta, a robocall data expert, this multi-layered approach is designed to break down your hesitation. The letter, then the text, then the call, each one making the next one seem more legitimate. Michelle Anderson of the SSA OIG said, "On every level, this letter is completely false. These criminals are falsely accusing an individual of a crime and using federal agencies and federal officials to try to scare and legitimize their scam. If you get this type of letter, rip it up and report it." How to protect yourself. The U.S. Supreme Court does not send letters to individuals about Social Security, period. If you receive a letter like this, do not call any number listed on it. Rip it up and report it to oig.ssa.gov/report. This is the classic, and it is still the most common Social Security scam in America. You get a phone call. The caller ID shows a number that looks like it's from the Social Security Administration. Sometimes it even shows Social Security Administration on your screen. A voice, sometimes a robocall, sometimes a live person, tells you that your Social Security number has been suspended due to suspicious activity or criminal involvement. They say that unless you act immediately, you will lose your benefits, face arrest, or have your bank account seized. Then they ask you to verify your Social Security number. They ask for your date of birth, your bank account information, or they tell you to pay a fee, usually through gift cards, wire transfers, or cryptocurrency, to reactivate your number. Here is the truth. Your Social Security number cannot be suspended. That is not a thing that exists. The Social Security Administration has confirmed this hundreds of times. If anyone tells you your number has been suspended, it is a scam. The FTC recorded over 330,000 government impersonation complaints in 2025 alone, a 25% increase from the previous year. And the losses from these scams were nearly $800 million. How to protect yourself. If you receive a call like this, hang up immediately. Do not press any buttons. Do not call back the number. If you're concerned about your account, call the real SSA at 1-800-772-1213. This is the newest and most terrifying scam targeting seniors in 2026, and it uses artificial intelligence. Here's how it works. A scammer finds a short audio clip of your grandchild's voice, maybe from a Facebook video, a TikTok, an Instagram story, or even a voicemail. Using AI voice cloning technology, they create a near-perfect copy of that voice. Then they call you, and you hear what sounds exactly like your grandchild saying, "Grandma, I'm in trouble. I've been arrested. I need bail money. Please don't tell Mom and Dad. Just send the money." A woman in Florida was recently conned out of $15,000 after scammers cloned her daughter's voice using AI. She truly believed her daughter was in danger. The FBI says AI-powered scams cost seniors approximately $800 million per year, and the technology is getting better every single day. Just a few seconds of audio is enough to clone someone's voice. How to protect yourself. Create a family-safe word, a secret word that only your family knows. If someone calls claiming to be a family member in distress, ask for the safe word. If they can't provide it, hang up. Also, call the family member directly on their known number to verify. The FTC highlighted this one specifically in their August 2025 report. They call it the false alarm scam. Someone calls pretending to be from your bank, the FTC, or Social Security. They tell you your account has been compromised, that unauthorized transactions are happening right now. They say the only way to protect your money is to move it to a secure government account or withdraw it as cash and hand it to a courier. Some victims have been told to buy gold bars and give them to someone who comes to their door. The FTC found that when people believe they are fixing a problem rather than sending money to a stranger, their losses are often limited only by how much money they have available. Some seniors have emptied their entire bank accounts. Some have cashed out their 401k retirement funds. From 2020 to 2024, the number of reports from seniors who lost $100,000 or more to these scams increased nearly sevenfold. The combined losses went up eightfold, from $55 million to $445 million. How to protect yourself. No government agency will ever ask you to move your money to protect it. No legitimate bank will ask you to withdraw cash and hand it to a courier. If someone tells you to do this, hang up and call your bank directly using the number on the back of your debit card. Now I want to share some real stories, because these aren't just statistics. These are real people. People like you, people like me, people who worked their whole lives and had everything taken from them. During an FBI investigation into a fraudulent call center operating out of India, FBI Special Agent Ron Miller identified an older American woman who was being actively targeted. By the time the FBI found her, she had already lost $500,000 in cash, wire transfers, and gift cards. $500,000, a lifetime of savings. When Agent Miller tried to contact her, she wouldn't answer his calls. She blocked his number. Why? Because the scammers had convinced her so thoroughly that the situation was real that she believed the FBI agent trying to help her was the one who was fake. It wasn't until Agent Miller went to her home in person that he was finally able to convince her she'd been scammed. He said, and I quote, "The victim just broke down emotionally in disbelief after realizing that she had lost her life savings to a scam. That moment breaks my heart. Imagine working your entire life, decades of paychecks, decades of saving, and one phone call takes it all away." An elderly couple in Southern California may lose their home of over 37 years after their entire life savings were stolen in a sophisticated FBI imposter scam. 37 years in the same home, and now they might have to leave because criminals pretended to be the government. A retiree shared publicly, "I almost gave away my Social Security number last month. The call sounded so real, so official, so urgent, that this person was seconds away from handing over the keys to their entire financial identity. The only thing that stopped them was a family member walking into the room and asking who was on the phone. One family member, one interruption. That's the difference between keeping your money and losing everything." Jay Foley, president of MaxGuard Wealth, explained why seniors are the primary target. He said, "When you get into your 60s and 70s, you've kind of accumulated that wealth, and that's probably the point in your life where you have the largest amount of liquid assets. So, unfortunately, that makes seniors prime targets for scammers." And he added something that stops me cold. "There's one thing that's not great about retirement. You don't have a paycheck, and you also don't have unlimited time to offset any financial losses." When a 25-year-old loses money to a scam, they have decades to recover. When a 75-year-old loses their savings, that money is gone. There is no recovery, there is no second chance. And experts estimate that the real losses are far higher than what's reported because so many seniors feel ashamed or embarrassed and never tell anyone. Now, before I give you your protection plan, I want you to memorize 4 words. These 4 words will help you identify any scam, whether it's a phone call, an email, a text, a letter, or a social media message. The SSA uses these 4 words, and I want you to burn them into your memory. Word number 1, pretend. Every scam begins with someone pretending to be someone they're not. The SSA, the IRS, your bank, your grandchild, the Supreme Court, the FTC. Word number 2, problem. They create a fake problem. Your SSN is suspended. Your account is compromised. You're under investigation. Your grandchild is in jail. Word number 3, pressure. They pressure you to act immediately. Right now, today, don't hang up, don't talk to anyone. This must be handled now or else. Word number 4, pay. They demand payment, usually in an untraceable form like gift cards, cryptocurrency, wire transfer, cash, or even gold. If any communication you receive contains these 4 elements, pretending to be someone, presenting a problem, pressuring you to act, and asking you to pay, it is a scam. Every single time. No exceptions. Write these 4 words on a piece of paper and tape it next to your phone. Pretend, problem, pressure, pay. And one more golden rule from Jay Foley that I want you to remember. He said, "The truth doesn't mind being questioned. A lie does." If someone calling you gets angry when you ask questions, if they tell you not to verify, if they get upset when you say you want to call back, that tells you everything you need to know. Here is your 8-step protection plan. Do each of these steps today, and you will dramatically reduce your risk. Step 1. Never share your social security number, bank account information, or passwords with anyone who contacts you unexpectedly, no matter who they claim to be. The real SSA will never ask for this information over the phone, by email, or by text. Step 2. If you get a suspicious call, hang up. Do not press any buttons. Do not call back the number they provide. Instead, call SSA directly at 1-800-77-21213 or go to ssa.gov/myaccount. Step 3. Do not click links in emails or text messages that claim to be from Social Security. If you want to check your benefits, open your browser and type ssa.gov directly. Step 4. Set up a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount if you haven't already. This lets you monitor your benefits, check your earnings record, and see if any changes have been made to your account. Step 5. Create a family safe word. Choose a secret word that only your immediate family knows. If anyone calls claiming to be a family member in distress, ask for the safe word before sending any money. Step 6. Place a fraud alert or credit freeze with all 3 credit bureaus: Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. This makes it much harder for someone to open new accounts in your name. Step 7. Report any suspicious contact immediately. Report to the SSA Office of Inspector General at oig.ssa.gov/report or call 1-800-269-0271. You can also report to the FTC at reportfraud.ftc.gov. Every report you make helps protect other seniors. Step 8. Talk to your family. Tell your children, your grandchildren, your friends about these scams. If you get a suspicious call or email, tell someone before you respond. One conversation with a trusted person can save you from losing everything. Before I go, I want to say this directly to you. You worked for your money, you paid into Social Security for decades, you earned every single dollar in your benefits, and no criminal, no matter how clever, no matter how convincing, no matter how official they sound, has the right to take that from you. You are not stupid if you've been targeted by a scam. These criminals are professionals. They do this for a living. They study psychology. They use artificial intelligence. They prey on trust, fear, and urgency. Being targeted is not your fault, but being informed, that's your shield. And today, you are more informed than you were 20 minutes ago. If this video helped you, please hit subscribe, hit the bell, and most importantly, share this video. Send it to your spouse, your neighbor, your church group, your senior center. Post it on your Facebook page, because every person who sees this video is one more person the scammers can't touch. Drop a comment below and tell me, have you ever received a scam call or email pretending to be from Social Security? What happened? Your story could warn someone else. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay alert, stay informed, and protect what's yours.